Now, a new hobby is trending here in Korea, coloring books. But these aren't your run-of-the-mill coloring books for small kids. They're actually for grown-ups. Kwon Soa reports on what's behind the popularity of these books.
Says coloring is just for kids. The playful act is known to get the little ones used to holding their crayons to learn the first steps of drawing. But now, grown-ups are picking up their own coloring pencils as a trend that started in Europe has arrived in Korea. Now here's a bestseller that doesn't require any reading, just coloring. Secret Garden was published in August last year in Korea after its original release in 2013 in the UK. While the fun factor remains the same as it did years ago, there's a little more substance behind coloring books for grown-ups. Some people believe the act of coloring pictures can relieve people of their everyday stress.
Coloring books tend to make me more patient and calm. That's why I buy a number of them each year.
Publishing companies were quick to respond to the popularity, realizing the positive psychological effects that coloring could have on their consumers.
Coloring books should be approached in a relaxed manner, as it's about getting away from the busy life. So although it takes some time, I think this is the best method to relieve stress.
Around 100 different coloring books have appeared on the shelves in Korea in a span of just 5 months, most of them from abroad. But not this one. Folk art artist Seo Gong-im is the illustrator of Minhwa Coloring Wish Book that contains flowers, birds, tigers, and more of Minhwa drawings, a genre known as the art of the common people from the 17th to 19th century.
As coloring books became popular in Korea, I thought why not make one with Minhwa paintings, since Korean traditional elements cannot be found in Western coloring books.
Seo also stresses that her book is unlike other coloring books that have been made through computer graphics, as she drew her illustrations herself with a brush. Despite the high demand, there are doubts about the actual healing effects, as experts say there are limits to coloring by yourself, as it may just satisfy a temporary sense of accomplishment. A book may not replace your therapist, but fans of the new trend say it does add an extra splash of color to their everyday lives. Kwon Soa, Arirang News.